Hey guys, today we're going to be making this floral garden Mother's Day card. As always, you want to start by making your card base. I made this one out of a very pale green paper. Then you're going to actually grab this beautiful floral cardstock piece, and this is from the 49 and Market Gardenia collection. And you do just want to trim 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch off the bottom because you want it to mat in the center of your card. And you just attach that with a glue runner, and then you can set that aside for the time being. Now you're going to get this lace rectangle cutting die and put that on another piece of that same color paper that you used for your card base. And make sure that you save that inner rectangle because you're going to use that as well. And make sure you get the entire thing weeded and get your lace rectangle out. And now you're going to chalk the edges of your lace rectangle. Start with a lighter green and then do everything to the center. And then once you finish with the lighter green, go back over just the lace parts with your darker green ink. And you can see how it just gives it that extra little pop. And then you're going to also take that dark green and do the same on your small rectangle. And again, this one you only do in the darker green. Okay, now you're going to stamp your Mother's Day sentiment right on the center of your rectangle. And again, use your glue runner and attach that to the bottom of the top third of your card on the front. Now you're going to get your small foam adhesive squares and you're going to cut about 5 of them in half. And you can see how that makes them the perfect size to fit on this little inner rectangle. And that's how we're going to make it pop up on the card. And you just remove all the backs and you're going to line that up right over top of your stamped square. And you can see that when I stamped the Happy Mother's Day sentiment, it got away from me a little bit, but I still think this card turned out beautiful, so don't be too hard on yourself if you mess up. If you do want to make sure that you get it exactly in the center, then you can always use a stamp positioner such as a Misty and get it exactly where you want. Okay, I just wanted to show you, these are all of the die cuts that I used for this card. I used scrap paper to make all of these elements. You don't need a lot, so this is a perfect card to use up some of your scraps on. You want to make sure that you have at least 2 flowers, 1 large one and 1 smaller one, and 3 leaves, and I would vary the colors on the leaves. And again, you don't have to have the exact same colors that I did, as long as the colors coordinate with the floral cardstock, you'll be fine. You'll notice that I'm making a lot of the paper cutouts, and that is simply because I wasn't quite sure what I wanted yet. And if you are unsure of what colors might go ahead and cut out a few different ones, and then you can place them on the card and see if you actually like what it's looking like, or if you need to change it around and see what stuff goes together. Okay, I always like to sort of lay it out on my card before I actually attach anything, just to make sure I like the way that it looks. And once you're happy with that, this is how I put it together. I added some leaves to the top right corner, and you just need to put a little bit of liquid glue on the stems. You don't want to go all the way up. And make sure that when you are gluing them down that you cant them some so that you can see all of the different pieces, and you want to make sure that those stems are going behind that frame. And repeat the same thing on the bottom left corner. And then finally you're going to add your flowers. Start with the big one, just put a little bit of glue in the center, and then do the same with your little one, put that right over top. Now, as an extra finishing touch, I wanted to add some of these cute little pearl gems. So you can see I add one to the center of the flower, and then just two more towards the bottom right. Doesn't have to be exact. And then that's the front of your card done. Okay, now we're going to use these stamps from scrapbook.com, and we are using Love You. So we're going to line both of those stamps because they're two separate stamps from the same set. You're going to line those up on your acrylic block. And then I put Forever at the bottom. Again, that's all from the same stamp set. And you're to stamp that with black ink on a white piece of cardstock, and then you're going to use your glue runner to attach it to the inside right flap of your card. And that's it. It's a very, very simple card to make, even though it looks real fancy. Don't worry about if you smudge things up a little bit. I think it still turned out beautiful, and I'm in love with this 49 and Market gardenia set. All of the stuff that goes with it is just absolutely stunning. So make sure that you like and subscribe to get more awesome card projects like this. Thanks.